Other than that, Eminem, Infinite, interesting album. Certainly interesting when you consider where his career went after this, which I don't really know, but I think it might have been the Slim Shady LP. Pretty big difference. All these samples and everything on this album, and the features, they're so old school sounding. What is it? 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover as a sample, and then like bits and pieces from like Tupac albums. Pretty interesting. Anyway, didn't make a clip yesterday, though a lot happened. I have recently gotten over all of my injuries, and so I'm able to go a lot faster, and so getting miles done more quickly has become a bit more of a priority, especially considering the fact that I can keep up with Pooh Bear and Forrest now, whereas before I was either injuring myself or agitating previous injuries. So kind of interesting. Feel pretty strong, can only hope that with each injury that is healed, I'm able to go not only as far and as fast as I was able to before the injury, but actually able to do more. Hopefully it's a strengthening thing. But anyway, we had sort of a rainy night in the last clip. I think I was just letting you listen to the thunder. And the next morning we hiked out. We had to do, I think, 23 miles to get to Lickville, and we just sort of head down and trudged through. There was, so much mud. It was insane looking back on it. Lots of mud, lots of rocks, lots of mud and rocks. There was this funny point where we got to this beaver dam, and there actually was a dry alternative route that we could have taken, but it seemed like, we'd already gotten that far in the day, and we didn't really want to deviate off of the trail just to stay a little bit more dry. We were already somewhat wet. So we pushed forward, and this beaver dam, it was I don't know, in some places 8 to 10 inches of standing water, and surely just giardia ridden. So that was interesting and fun. Watching Stretchman and Compton cross it was certainly a highlight of the day. But yeah, we pushed really hard all day. There really wasn't much that happened outside of what you might expect when you walk for 8 or 9 hours or whatever it was. We did get to this, I don't remember the name of the park. It's like Sawatera or something like that. Something that Forrest was familiar with. And there was a trail angel there. And he had Cokes, all these other drinks. And we really just wanted to ride. We came upon him a mile and a half till we were done for the day. Then we'd have to hitch. And so it was coming across him, it was just damn, if we can just be subtly, respectfully obvious about how much we would love a hitch, that would be so much better from here than having to basically hitch close to the interstate, which we were kind of concerned about, just since this one had kind of fallen in our laps. But he either didn't initially want to pick us up, or maybe was too unaware of what we were trying to subtly ask to offer, meet us halfway, so that hitch didn't end up working out. So we pressed on. We were all pretty excited. It was a town stay last night in Lickvale, or Lickdale, I don't know. So that was pretty cool. We were all ready for a shower, especially after going through that nasty river water. And I think it had been, wow, it was actually a week ago today that we did the 4-state challenge. So it had been 6 days since we had a shower, Pooh Bear, Forrest, and I anyway. And yeah, we were ready after all the rain, and I mean, we smelled terrible. So we ended up getting to the road, and lo and behold, got a hitch from the same guy who had previously offered us the trail magic. So why he didn't just originally offer it, I have no idea. But he ended up taking Pooh Bear, Compton, and Stretchman, and he said he'd come back to get Forrest and I. And so they left to go to the hotel, so we could make sure we had our reservations and all. And then Forrest and I stayed, continued to try to hitch, and it was actually the next car that went by offered a hitch. A nice lady who was all about like animal rescue and stuff. The ground's pretty good right here. I think I'm actually gonna try to pee. Multitask, y'all. No one behind me. So we got a hitch pretty easily, which is great. Took us to the hotel. I actually just dropped my bag off because I think Pooh Bear was the point man for getting us the room. And I was like, really wanted to have some beer. Probably, well, I guess we had beer at the Doyle, though that was sort of a lackluster experience. I just thought it'd be nice, a shower beer after a long day is really nice. So I went to every single gas station in the vicinity. I went to like a Sunoco and Exxon, Love's, and finally at Love's, while picking up a razor, which I'll come back to in a moment, I was told that the campground area that was right behind the closest gas station to the Days Inn that we stayed at, they actually had beer. So went over there, bought a 12-pack of PBR and 6 hams, which is definitely becoming a more favorite staple of the group. And so we hung out, took showers, cleaned up, drank beer. Let's see what else. I know Pooh Bear was pretty hungry. We left to go eat at Wendy's. Pretty tipsy. I actually had sort of a bad night of sleep. Wasn't really able to sleep for a while for some reason. We did, before I get to that. I should actually go back quite a bit. So I was drinking beer. We were all cycling in and out of the shower. And I decided yesterday that I wanted to try to go for a mustache instead of a beard, because I wasn't very impressed with the beard that was coming along for me. I don't know, it's like nothing special really. It's exactly what I've seen before. It would be bushier and longer than I'd ever seen it, but I don't really care to see that. So I decided to try to cut a mustache, and now I have one. So my dad, for a certain period of his life, and my dad's dad for a certain period of his life, they all had mustaches, and it's something I guess I can grow, as I came to find. And so now I have one. So in honor of my dad's 60th birthday, hats off to you. Anyway though, yeah, so drank a good amount of beer, all of us. I don't even know how many I had, but might have been a bit too many, maybe. I'm not sure. I didn't feel great all night. I was actually kind of half worried that I might have gotten a bit of like giardia or something. Obviously completely unfounded fear. It was very unlikely that would have happened, considering the very limited exposure that I had to that actual beaver water. But in any case, it didn't feel great. It might have been the Wendy's food, might have been the alcohol, might have been the combination of the two. Who knows? I mean, it was a comfy enough sleep, but I was kind of up and down, not sleeping soundly until like 2 a.m., which was kind of convenient actually, because we were doing laundry, and so I was able to like change it out at like midnight from the washer to the dryer, and then I was able to get it from the dryer back to our room at 2, which was just as well, because I just wasn't feeling great anyway. Woke up pretty early. It's kind of like sleeping in a shelter. I think people started making noise at like, I don't know, early 5 o'clock. It's kind of rustling around and light was starting to pour in through the window. And so I think Pooh Bear was actually the first one up for the breakfast. And then I think Compton joined him after that. And then Forrest and Stretchman and I got up last, I guess. Headed out and had the breakfast. It was all right. I was feeling kind of nauseous pretty much all morning. Just like not feeling super great. So yeah, not sure if it was like a hangover. I don't know what it was. I feel a lot better now. Especially being out here hiking, this kind of pushes everything through. It might have been just a situation of the town food not treating me well or something like that, but it doesn't really matter now. All's well that ends well, as long as I can get up this stupid rock. Wow, this is complicated. All right. So yeah, had the breakfast, and then we all just kind of chilled as hard as we could until around 11. We had to leave. We were all doing little chores and errands and stuff like that before we left. So cleaning pots and filling water bottles and going through all of our stuff, trying to figure out if we had enough food for the next resupply, which should actually be tomorrow. Going through Port Clinton. Gonna try to go to a Walmart. It's like 2 miles off trail from there, but we walk right through the town, so should be able to resupply for what we need in that amount of time. And yeah, we're all pretty excited to get to Forrest's house for sure. I'm sure she's the most excited, but it's going to be an awesome chill time. It's going to be cool to fix Stretchman and Pooh Bear's phones. Haven't done that for a while, and just like relax. We never really have time to relax. It seems like even sleeping at night, like the only time I think I really feel any sense of relaxation is like the period of time when I'm like not quite asleep, but like drifting off to sleep, I guess. It just seems like nonstop work, which I like, obviously, because I like tasks, as I'm starting to say more and more. Tasks and troubleshooting. But yeah, needless to say, I'm a bit tired today, but I think that will bode well for my sleep later tonight. I don't mind that. Had a cup of coffee at Wendy's, which we went to again this morning. Fool me once, shame on me, or fool me twice. You know what I'm saying. There's a lot of rocks out here today, y'all. Gotta watch out for snakes. But anyway, got 3 potatoes with nothing on them and a coffee, which helped a lot, actually. Helped me feel better, just in all ways. Damn, this is getting treacherous. Let's see. Gotta be mindful of the foot placement, y'all. Let's see where Pooh Bear just went. Maybe that wasn't him. Fuck. Yeah, it's pretty rocky out here. Yeah, to really be focused. I'm doing myself a disservice trying to multitask. But yeah, was I pretty much done saying my stuff? I think so. I don't like that I'm not recording every day like I was previously. But, I don't know. Something has qualitatively changed in this experience, I would say, since we did the Forest State Challenge. Got out of Virginia. I don't know, maybe it's just that the finish line is a little bit more in sight, we've done over 1,000 miles. We're at like actually 1,100 something now, and still have a long way to go. But I think once we get to the Delaware Water Gap, where we'll meet with Forrest's family. I think by that point we'll actually have like there'll be triple digits remaining miles instead of quadruple digits, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I don't know. I think we're just a lot more business, and similarly with like that book I read, Once Upon a Climb. I don't know. Maybe the novelty of saying where we ate for lunch or something like that is wearing off a bit, and I'm just, I don't really feel like it's. I guess I only want to record something if it's worth talking about. I've obviously made some clips that were less than intriguing. What does this sign say? Abandoned power line. Okay. So yeah, hopefully all this stuff. Oh, looks like we went the wrong way. Well, I'll leave it there for now. And yeah. Yeah. Bye.